Hey everyone, Dave here, back in the kitchen, and today we're going to make an amazing keto chili. Chili is kind of one of my go-tos. I got a new sharper knife too. Just start off with a poblano pepper, okay? We're gonna get right into it. You know, I know no one likes to wait. I don't like to wait, I'm impatient. Okay, so here's what happened. I was talking in one of my recent videos about chili. I don't even remember why, but I was talking about chili. And I said, yeah, I've been eating a lot of my keto chili recipe. And you know, you can go watch the video about it. Well, you guys commented and you were like, Dave, you do not have a keto chili recipe on this channel. And I went and looked and you're totally right. I am totally wrong. Not the first time. Well, so it turns out I have done tons of chili recipes on this channel, but never a keto one. And so I was like, you know what? I need to rectify this immediately. We're gonna make a keto chili. But I know you guys have been loving the easy recipes, like the lazy keto snacks, things like that. And I don't blame you, right? We're all looking for the quickest, easiest way to have some yummy food without breaking the banks, things like that. So I decided, let's adapt it. Let's make it like a dump meal. You just dump it into the crock pot. You don't have to pre-cook it or anything like that. Just something super easy, lazy, you know, keto chili. So we got a poblano pepper. I washed it, I chopped it. You saw it happen. You were here for the whole thing. This is a jalapeno, also known as a jalapeno. Now with these, you can actually they're a little hot. They're a little hot. So when you're playing with the seeds, you can get those hot, you know, the hot juices on your fingers. And then if you're me, you can touch your eyes and burn them and feel miserable all day. Point being, maybe use some gloves if you don't want to. I don't have any gloves though, so I'm just gonna risk it for the biscuit. What does that even mean? I've heard people say that. I hope it doesn't have any negative context. If it does, let me know. So yeah, we're just taking out the seeds. We're de-seeding the jalapeno and the white part, the rib, I think it's called. Now they say that the spice is in the seeds and the white part. So if you leave more of that, you're gonna get more spice. I guess I can take off that Band-Aid. That cut is a couple days old. And it wasn't from cooking, to be fair. It wasn't from cooking. I know you're surprised. So you want to chop up your jalapeno as well, and you can do more or less depending on how spicy you want it. This is a pretty big jalapeno, so I don't know if I want the whole thing. I might just do like that much of it. And then I want my slices to be a little bit smaller than that. But yeah, besides a little light prep work, this is going to be the easiest chili we ever make on here. I have some really complex ones in my old videos. Feel free to check those out if you want. They could be adapted to keto too, pretty easily. Wouldn't be hard. So now we're taking an onion, same idea guys, just chop up the onion. I think it's funny because I didn't really like chili as a kid, but then the older I got, the more I liked it. It's one of those foods, like mustard. I feel like half the people I've met didn't like mustard till they became an adult, or mayo. Mayo's another one. Let me know in the comments. Did you have some food you hated as a kid, but then love as an adult? Also, if you're still a kid, just let me know what food you hate now. Not that many kids watch this, though. Definitely some kids at heart like myself, though. But yeah, I feel like chili is just like, this is the time of the year to do a chili recipe anyways. We're talking, what is it, mid-November? I think I'm gonna put this out tomorrow, so it'll be quick, and yeah, you'll be in the same time period as me. But you know what? Chili works all year. It's good summer food, good winter food, good fall food. You know what? The only time chili doesn't really make sense to me is in the spring. If you're watching this in the spring, you got a weird craving right now. It doesn't feel like a springtime food, but I don't, you know what? I'm here for it. Congratulations. Welcome springtime chili eaters. Maybe I need to try it too. I'm just off on a tangent. Let me stop talking and finish cutting this onion. Since we're doing this like dump meal style, I don't even care. I'm just like mixing stuff up. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna dump it all in, all these veggies in at the same time anyways. All right, we also want 6 cloves of garlic, peeled and chopped or diced or whatever. So I'm just doing that. I'm squishing them, guys, with the flat part of the knife. I've told you this in the past, but in case you just discovered this channel, the reason I'm squishing them is because it makes it easier to peel off the little shell thingy there. And let me just get all the shells off and then we'll chop it up. 6 pieces, 7 pieces, 6, 7. Oh my gosh, I can't stop. It's just the trend. It's so strong right now. All right, in a not so shocking turn of events, I'm now crying. I'm not sad though, it's just the onion. The onion just decided to unleash its power on me like 2 minutes after we finished chopping it. Have you ever had that happen? That's a weird one. All right, so we're chopping up our garlic blindly. Hopefully don't chop my finger up. Well, so Thanksgiving is coming. You know, I really should be doing Thanksgiving dishes, huh? That would be like what a good YouTuber would do, but I was craving chili. I've been craving chili a lot, so I'm just doing chili. As far as Thanksgiving, I do have some funny videos about Thanksgiving foods. One of my favorite videos of all time is a turkey, where I tried to cook this turkey and it was like 20 pounds and I couldn't like break it apart. I was trying to spatchcock it. It was like a whole adventure. You should go watch that. Okay, so we got all our vegetables chopped up. What is that? Is that a little, this little garlic skin? We don't want that. Got all our veggies chopped up. I'm gonna move them to the side here and enter stage left, El Crock Pot. Ugh. Here's our crock pot. I like my crock pot because I can cook without much thought. It's just easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I'm gonna take it out of the thingy, so honestly, just so I can get it in my camera shot a little better and it not be in the way. Now, if you're feeling unlazy, which I never am feeling unlazy, so I can't, I don't know, I can't relate. But if you really wanna do extra work, you can pre-brown your meat. You like put it on the stove top with a little oil. Actually, won't even need oil, it's so greasy. I'm using 85-15 ground beef. You can brown it first. That'll add a little bit of depth if you want to. But my goal here was to make a really easy, lazy keto chili that we could just drop into the crock pot, then go to work. And I personally don't want to be getting a pan dirty and all that right before I get out and do work or whatever. So I'd rather just dump it in. So we're gonna dump in the meat. We're gonna dump in first ground beef. Then this second thing, which might be a little weird, is chorizo. 9 ounces. This is 9 ounces. Got it at Walmart, but you can get chorizo wherever you like your chorizo. But pre-made pork chorizo goes into the crock pot. That's gonna add a lot of interesting flavor to the chili. If you're gonna only do ground beef, I would recommend pre-cooking it to get the depth, but this is gonna add so much depth and flavor, you're not gonna need to do the pre-cook at all. We're gonna break these up lightly with a wooden spoon, just kind of spread them out a little bit so we can make sure they're cooking across the bottom here. It just looks like a big giant sausage on top. We'll just break that down a little bit too. Again, it's gonna be cooking for hours, so it's not a big deal. There we go. Now, on top of that, we're gonna add our veggie dump, as it were. We're just gonna dump all the veggies into here. Our garlic, our peppers, our onion. I'm gonna use my same spoon I was breaking the meat up with, whatever, like so. We want to add our liquids. We're going to start off with crushed tomatoes. This one has basil. I don't think it really matters. That's kind of more Italian, but it'll work. 28 ounces into the mix, and that I'm just going to use my little can opener here. Remember the old can openers? You'd put like, what were they, on the wall? And you'd like stick your can up there and you'd push the button, or yeah, you push the button and it would spin like electrically. Like, talk about things that probably didn't need to exist. It's not that hard to open a can. But there we go, crushed tomatoes, 28 ounces, add into your crock pot bowl. You can do this all on the stovetop. If you don't have a crock pot, just do it in a big Dutch oven on the oven. It'll work as well. But I will say, if you're gonna do it on the oven in the Dutch oven, I'd probably pre-cook the meats and then I'd probably only simmer it for like an hour, not like 4 or 5 hours. Probably not necessary. 3 tablespoons of tomato paste go in next. I have to laugh because I was watching a video the other day where this guy is like, I brought in Wendy's chili to my workplace's chili cook-off and got first place, right? And he actually shows himself bring it in, he shows himself buy it, shows everyone eating it and liking it, and Wendy's chili's pretty solid. Okay, it's pretty solid, I totally agree. And a lot of the comments were like, people like, yeah, I knew Wendy's chili was the best. But there was one comment that had the most upvotes, which I thought was the true one. And it was, the people at your work must really suck at cooking. Because I mean, Wendy's chili is good, but it's like, you can make such a better chili at home. 3 tablespoons of tomato paste into it there. I can pretty confidently say that this recipe will be better than what they do at Wendy's. And I'm not a professional cook. I know this will be better. What in the world? Have you ever had a beef broth not open right? There we go. We want 1 cup of beef broth. There we go. Now it's pouring in. 1 cup of beef broth right into our crock pot dump here. Like so. Ting ting. Then add into that 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. That can't be how you say it. All right, we have a bunch of spices we're gonna add into this. And you know, here's the thing. At the end of this, we're gonna do a little secret that works really well for keto chili. I probably shouldn't do this over the pan like that. Maybe I should get like a little paper plate. We want 3 tablespoons of chili powder, basically. And I'm gonna get a plate and not do it right into the bowl because that's not working great. But yeah, I've got a couple secrets for the end of this that are really gonna elevate it. So you want to make sure that you come back to see the finished thing. Well, don't come back, just stick around. Just stick around because I'll like cut to it. Tablespoon of cumin into it. We then want a tablespoon of smoked paprika. That might be the rest of my smoked paprika. Yeah, pretty much. Good enough. Close enough to a tablespoon of smoked paprika. We then want a teaspoon of oregano, or oregano, if you want to say it correctly. I would say one of my favorite meats to put into a chili, which we're not doing in this recipe, is chuck roast. Have you ever tried a chili with a chuck roast? This is a teaspoon of black pepper. I'm using my half teaspoon, that's why you see me doing it twice. Then a teaspoon of salt. But I'd love to know, what's your favorite meat or protein that you put into your chili? I know some people will do it like a white chicken chili. I mean, I bet there's some weird ones too, right? Pig head chili, is that a thing? Here's a weird one, half a teaspoon of cinnamon. That adds a really unique flavor. I'm probably only gonna do, I'll do like a quarter a teaspoon of cinnamon. I don't think I want a full half a teaspoon. So a quarter teaspoon of cinnamon, we'll go there. And if you want to bring the heat, a little tiny bit of cayenne, 1/8 of a teaspoon or something like that. The more you put in, the spicier it gets. All right, let's get the rest of our crock pot here. We're done basically, guys, we're done. It's not true, we have some steps we have to do at the end, but we're close to done. The steps at the end are important, so don't skip them. But yeah, it looks pretty good. We'll put the lid on. We're gonna do, so you got options. You can do 8 hours on low or 4 to 5 on high. Either way, you wanna stir it halfway through. I'm gonna do mine on high for 4 to 5 hours. So in like 2.5 hours, maybe 2 hours, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna stir it. I don't know if I'll record that. That's not that interesting. I'm just gonna literally stir it with a wooden spoon. But I will come back at the very end and we'll do the taste test. I mean, if I really was confident in myself, I'd go get some Wendy's chili and have my wife do a blind taste test. But what if she picks Wendy's? I don't know if I can handle that. See, Wendy's would have carbs though, so they're cheating. We're doing a no carb chili. All right, well, we'll try it either way. We'll be back. Hey, if you guys haven't already, can you subscribe? That helps me out big time. Turn on the little bell notification as well. That also helps me immensely. I really would appreciate it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me every week in the kitchen. You mean a lot to me, and I hope you enjoy our time together. We'll be back. All right, guys, it's been 4.5 hours. I've been very productive. I've gotten a lot of things done. Whoa. And while I was very productive, our chili was cooking itself, basically. So I did stir it about 2 hours, 15 minutes in. And this is kind of where we're at this point. It looks and smells amazing. My whole garage smells good. But now we gotta do the finishing touches. There's several finishing touches that should elevate it to the max. To the max! We're gonna start off with 4 ounces of cream cheese, which I have that right here. 4 ounces, so it's like half a thing of cream cheese. And we want that to melt. It should, did I just get cream cheese on my face? It should just kind of naturally melt. But yeah, this is a good addition to it, especially since we're on keto. We have no beans or anything in here. So we're trying to make it a little bit thicker, a little bit creamier. We're also gonna take 1/2 a cup of heavy cream, which my measuring cup has seen significantly better days in the past. It's kind of falling apart. We're gonna add that in there too. Mix that up. Now hopefully our cream cheese is melting. It should be, it should be. Oh yeah, I still feel it in there, but it's definitely softer than it was a minute ago. We're going to add a cup of shredded cheese. I'm gonna do a Fiesta blend, because that's what I have in my house, although technically cheddar would be just fine. So I'm literally just pouring a cup of cheese into there, and we will mix it again. I want that cheese to melt too, and people can add more cheese at the top when they're done as well. Is this cream cheese over here that I found? I found a chunk. Chunky. It smells so good. One more thing. Our last ingredient is 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. So I'll take that and dump that in as well. And all these things combined should create something quite amazing. So I'm just mixing up the last little bit here. I do want to make sure that cream cheese melts. It's looking really creamy and good though. I do have some chunks of meat that kind of stayed together. Maybe I should have broken them up a little bit more, but then again, it kind of reminds me of Wendy's. Like, you know in Wendy's, when you get the Wendy's chili, they literally use like yesterday's burger patties and just break them up and put them in the chili in the morning. At least that's the rumor. All right, well, we're gonna try this. We are going to take a bowl, fill it up with chili. I guess I'm gonna do it a little bit at a time. And we're gonna taste it and see how it came out. Our goal here is to have basically the world's best keto crockpot dump chili. Dump into the crockpot keto chili. However you want to say it. Either way, I'm about to try it. Moment of truth. Hopefully it's good. Oh, wow. Wow. It's good. It's really good. It has like a crazy amount of like depth to it. Wow. Wow. It's really good. Really good. Huh. Okay. Final result is we have made an amazing fall chili in the crock pot in 4 hours just by dumping stuff into it. It's incredibly easy. One of the easiest chilies I've ever made, and it's absolutely amazing. The like cinnamon and the apple cider vinegar are giving this really like fall kind of vibe to it too, which is elevating it to the max. That should be a shirt. Elevate to the max. Cooking with Dave. Anyways, I love it. I think you should try it. If you're looking for a keto chili to keep you warm this winter, give this one a shot. Let me know in the comments how you liked it. We'll see you next time. Make sure you subscribe.